again. But you know, I think Pakistan's game plan was to sort of sit in against our seamers and then look to attack the spin. So that was, you know, a tactical reason as to why we bowled a lot more seam today than we did a spin, where you'd think that spin would play.
Hi Ben, just wondered how much spirits were lifted by that late wicket from Leachy last night, and was there any moment during the chase when you thought it was getting slightly out of your control?
Yeah, I mean, when you take a wicket like that at the end of the day, when they build a big partnership, it's obviously a massive boost coming off at the end of the day, and you go to bed easier. But honestly, the only time where I was sort of thought that was when the young fella came out and started playing some big shots, because he got 12 in the game, and I was like, oh, it's written in the stars for him here. He's going to finish 30 not out and you know, be the next superstar in Pakistan cricket. So, but I always felt we were only just one wicket away, because it's, you know, it's a very tough wicket to come in and score on against seam, and obviously with the pressure of having to chase down a total adds to the pressure of going out and batting. So yeah, I always felt, you know, even when the runs were coming down and down, that we just one little wicket away from something happening here, and then obviously, you know, when it got to 8 down, you know, you look at the scoreboard and you go, it's two balls. You know, that's all this is going to take, and it's going to take a lot for them to chase the runs down.
Can I just ask about the wicket of Shakil just before lunch? Were you confident looking at the replays on the big screen that it was going to be given out? Was any doubt in your mind that hadn't carried it?
The only doubt was when obviously when you're out there waiting for a decision, the longer the third umpire takes to look at those decisions is when you start thinking that it might get overturned. But no doubt in my mind about that carrying. You know, you see a lot of those decisions and those type of catches in cricket. You know, I could say the sort of similar thing to when Ruti got caught short leg. You know, you could say that might have touched the floor, but you just got to go with what the umpire's decision is. And obviously it went our way, but you know, I've been involved in a few decisions where stuff like that's gone against us, but you can't change it.
Ben, it would appear that you're kind of riding a crest of a wave, 8 wins out of 9. Have you had any moment to kind of think about the magnitude of a series win in Pakistan? And don't come along very often, obviously, but over a period of history for an England side to do that, has it sort of dawned on you just what you've achieved thus far?
Yeah, you know, coming into this game being 1-0 up before we even bowled the ball, you know, I think we all understood that, you know, what we could achieve before we started this game, and you know, we're not naive in the fact of what we know we've achieved here, because we know how tough it is, not just for English teams to come here and win, but for any team. You know, Pakistan are a huge threat in their own conditions, so you know, not for 1 minute are we you know, going to think that, oh no, it's just another Test series win. You know, it's beating Pakistan in Pakistan's massive. So no, we know what we've achieved. We know that it's a very special thing in English cricket to come here and win. So yeah, I think it was a strange feeling there, the celebration at the end winning the series, just because compared to last week, because just another thing, you know, we've got this bug just floating around the dressing room which we just can't seem to get rid of, and I think it was a sign of just how tired the lads were there, you know, mentally and physically. So no, we know what we've achieved, and another great win for us.
And actually that kind of ties into the next question about Mark Wood. You talked obviously about trying to get him to blow the game open, which he did, but in terms of the kind of character, resilience, effort that was required for him to do the hard yards, bowling short is quite hard work, as you know. What does that say about him and his character, that he's not played a first-class game for 9 months and he can go and do that for you the first Test he plays?
Yeah, it's great, and I think, you know, what made it slightly easier for him coming into this game was the clarity in the role which he was going to play. You know, we knew we had to use his assets of pace to our advantage, and you know, we feel that the Pakistan batters, you know, don't tend to like it up top when you're bowling it short at them. So the decision to bring him on before lunch was to come on and do that, and you know, use that to our advantage, and you know, was a massive time in the game for us, and took us into the lunch break, you know, on top of the game again.
Stefan, I will start taking some questions from the Pakistan media. Ben, in the past, England have only ever won 2 Test matches away to Pakistan, whether that be here or in the UAE. You've won 2 in a week. What does that say about this particular group of players now and what they could go on to achieve?
I think it says we're quite good, I think. And yeah, I think one thing we do is we just sort of stay in the moment and as what does Leachy say? You just live. What does he say? Live where my shoes are, or something like that. Just basically, just always stay in the moment. Don't take this kind of stuff and this kind of form for granted, and always just keeping that the mantra of we're bigger than what we're actually doing at the moment. What we're trying to do is bigger than sort of results and all that kind of stuff, but obviously it massively helps when you are winning and in the way in which we're winning. But yeah, the guys who I've got in the squad, from the guys who step out on the field to the guys who unfortunately miss out on selection are all in it together, and we all really believe in what we're trying to do. So very, very special time to be an England cricketer.
The collapse yesterday morning, we know you want to be positive, but I'm sure you want to be ruthless as well. Could you have been more ruthless with the bat yesterday, and is that a lesson to take forward?
I wouldn't say it was a collapse. I'll just say it was not executing what we wanted to do, and that's fine. But no, it's one of those things. It's always easier to say something after it's happened, but we could have easily got to.
इंग्लिश टीम के कप्तान बेन स्टोक मुल्तान में मैच जीतने के बाद मीडिया से गुफ्तगू कर रहे थे। उन्होंने कहा कि पिच की सूरत हाल देखकर अंदाज़ा हुआ साउथकील के बैटिंग के बाद हालात मुश्किल महसूस हुए, लेकिन एक तारीखी फतह हमने समेटी और कराची टेस्ट में भी कोशिश करेंगे कि इस फतह के तसलसल को बरकरार रखा जाए।